even my ideas of ministry have changed. The world needs light. The world is in so much need of light and love and connection and just spiritual connection and connection with each other. And that's what this training is about. And I think, however your ministry unfolds, this training course will help you discover your own light and then give you the tools to bring that light into the world. And that is ministry, whether you're getting paid for it or not, it doesn't matter. I think people's ministry changes over time. Um, and certainly, if you are feeling that you don't know or you haven't really got an idea, it doesn't matter. You will find your way, and the training course will support you to do that. But I think, really, if you just think of ministry as finding your light and bringing it to the world, then there is your ministry.
We're encouraged to deepen our own spiritual practice anyway. So one of the amazing books talks about 4 different types of spiritual practice to use on a regular basis, which I've also been doing. And it's just opened up my connection to the divine so profoundly and expanded my awareness of my relationship with what that is for me, and helped me really feel really safe in the universe. And it's given me a sense of, this is where I've been heading my whole life, and this has given me a community and a purpose that I didn't even know I was heading towards. And I think there's been a profound change for me in the last 2 years. Um, and I will always be grateful for that, even if I weren't to go on to do ministry work, which I most definitely will.
But I don't think you can go through this training, not if you're serious about it, and come out the same person that you went in 2 years ago.
This course has opened up a spirituality in me that I didn't know that I had. I had previously found meditating nigh on impossible and always felt like I was on the back foot spiritually compared to others. I know now that, like many others, I'm simply different. No less spiritual, just spiritual in a different way, perhaps. My pilgrimage in the summer made this clear for me, when it was like a boom moment, when I realised all the work I'd been doing for almost a year was not in fact wasted on me.
So I step out of the way, my ego's out the way, and the confidence comes from it not being an ego place, but being a heart and soul place. And for me, that's the real difference, is once we step out of ourselves and into our heart and soul space, we can do anything that's called on us. We can go with the flow because we're in the flow, we're in alignment with the divine. And that's really expanded and deepened for me on this course. And
You know, what I had to come to realize after maybe 4 months of the course was that this course was really very unlike any other course I had taken before. And I've taken many different kinds of courses. And this one, it was almost the opposite, where I had to really change my thinking around what a course was and sort of get out of the academic mindset of, it's really not a course where you have to do all the readings, do all the assignments, get it all done on time, finish by the deadlines. You're encouraged to do that, of course. But what I would say is this course has really helped me navigate how to live my life in a spiritual way and feel connected to the divine, to others in my community, how to build community, how to be connected with community, and how to do that in an everyday lived way. And that has been hard, and it has also been incredibly insightful. So I would say that is the work.
There's a minimum requirement, but I think you can't help but devote, and it is a devote very sacred spiritual time to expanding on what the training offers.
But on a typical week, as well as the 3 hours on a Wednesday evening, I try to commit at least that again into reading, revision, preparation for the coming week, etc. Whether it's study group meetings, buddy group meetings, one-to-ones. It's very organic for me though. So I give it more time when I can and less time when I need to. And if I feel like I've fallen behind, I've always managed to catch up. So do commit to your 3 hours on a Wednesday night. Please do, because it's invaluable. I've missed a couple with bereavements and ill health on my own part. I'm normally disgustingly healthy, but I've just been a wee bit unlucky. But do commit your Wednesday evenings. You'll be all the better for it.
When I did have to miss a webinar, my cohort has been fantastic with helping me out with sharing notes. People are generally very supportive, I've found, of sharing their notes, and without even prompting as well, just people kind of saying, this is what happened in the webinar, and or meeting to discuss. So there's a lot of support for if you do miss out.
Every time we do an assignment, my thinking changes and I find areas of myself that were previously unexplored. So it's, you know, it's almost like a flower unfolding. You learn so much about yourself.
But spiritual accompaniment opened me up to a whole new way of being. It's, for me, it feels so much more powerful and beautiful than counseling.
We love each other and we support each other and we cheer each other on and we commiserate with each other when there are problems. We share so much, we share so deeply, very profoundly. I think I said in one of my one-to-ones with my tutor, I'm never going to make friends with people on this course. How can we? It's not going to happen. I'm never going to connect. And then I did. So if I can do it, anyone can do it, because my heart just feels so connected to my fellow students. They're my friends and I love them, and I'm deeply grateful that I have met these wonderful characters that I've shared this journey with. I'll start crying now.
Some people I've just fallen in love with, and I just so desperately want to meet some of you in person so I can hug you. Some people I haven't vibed with quite as much, but there's some people that every time I see them, like you say, I just feel like I've fallen in love with. And there is such a deep sense of support and community, and Annie says it a lot, doesn't she? There's so much love in this space. There's so much love in this circle. You can just feel it. And everyone who comes into it as a guest tutor, for example, says there's so much love in this space. You can just feel it. And it is beyond my expectations too.
There are a lot of people in this course who would consider themselves spiritual but not religious. And I feel like, and I was one of them as well, and I feel like this course has been incredibly supportive of that journey. I would also say there are a lot of people in our cohort anyway that come with, everyone comes with such a varied background, religious, non-religious, religious before, not now, or just changing their religion over time. There's just such a variety, and I would say that is one strength of this course, is exposure to so many different ways of being spiritual, and it's very supportive of that. I would say that the curriculum is very supportive of encouraging you to embark on that journey and to really deepen into that, and the assignments are all about that, just figuring out what's your connection to spirit and how can you celebrate that